I hope you're having an amazing day. My name is Colin, and in this video I will show you the project, my biggest investment so far, $45,000 going into an NFT project. Basically going all in, very committed. I will tell you in this video what I'm doing, why I'm doing it, and the return that I hope to expect. Of course, as always, nothing in this video is financial advice. Always do your own research. This is for entertainment and purposes only. I already have made a very big investment. I've done it in 2 steps. I'm very excited and I'm a little bit nervous, as you can imagine. So I'm talking about SolChicks.io. It's a video game that can be played on the Solana blockchain. They have NFTs and they're also doing an IDO very soon, next week. So if you don't know about initial DEX offerings, it's basically the last round of funding before a project goes live when they launch their specific token. In my situation, I have a lot of experience or some experience participating in the IDOs. That's what I've been doing lately, and this year so far I've done about $125,000 profit doing this. I have analyzed a lot of projects before going into SolChicks with such a big allocation, about $46,000 at the moment, and I will show you exactly my thought pattern. So this is the SolChick website, what I will give you some information about first before we look at my thought pattern, why I'm picking these NFTs, which ones I picked, and why, obviously. Right? Because it's a 2-part investment. One is the NFTs, one is the IDO. Going big on both of them, in my opinion, my calculations will result in the biggest ROI. So they have a beta of the video game, which I played yesterday, which is quite cool. They have more than 100,000 members spread across their Discord and Telegram. I have talked with the team. I even had the opportunity to talk with the chief operations officer. So obviously I have had a good experience so far. The IDO starts in 9.5 days. So if you're watching this video, I'm going to bring you some information you might want to take action on. However, always do your own research. They have a very cool video on their page about how the game works, the story behind it. It's quite cool, it's like animated, but it's all working. So we played the beta yesterday. It was kind of funny. You can do a boss fight already, and it's basically a play to earn NFT game. The reason I'm so big on play to earn NFT games because I have been tracking a lot of different gaming projects lately in the same environment, and they have all done tremendously well. I have invested in many in terms of IDOs, I have analyzed many, and I found big opportunities. So SolChick is a fantasy NFT, PvP, and P2Earn gaming ecosystem. So you have different type of NFT levels, from common to uncommon to rare to legendary to like mythic legendary. Right? Some of these are already super expensive, some of them are still quite affordable, but do spend at least $1,000 probably a pop at the moment. So there's some PvP gameplay, the raid gameplay. So this is what we looked at yesterday, some PvE style questing and stuff, quite cool. Right now only available on desktop, but they are working, as I've been told, on a mobile one as well. But the desktop already looks quite cool. Huge partnerships, Altura, Chainlink, you got all the main trading places basically, backed by Ice Cube as their main, celebrity, the rapper Ice Cube, which is obviously quite big, and then they got some additional channels there. There's even more which are not listed, but of course they rank. Not all of them are as super interesting, of course. One of the main things is the quality of the white paper, which I thought was quite good, and the fact that, so I spoke with Lewis and some of the other guys in a group chat. When I was thinking about making a big investment, they were extremely helpful, and you can even see all the 50 team members. Even the CEO is active on Discord. You can communicate with them, you can ask them questions, and this is all super transparent. And for me, that has been the biggest thing when I'm looking to invest, and usually I invest quite big in my terms, right? $5,000, $10,000 is what I like to do because I see tremendous returns. Yet the teams are obviously not of good quality for me to doubt the project just because of the feeling, the interaction. When you go to that Discord, which I've already joined, but it has 67,000 members, anti-bot in place. of which 7,500 online. That's growing by the day. Yesterday it was 60,000, so it grew by like 10,000. Then the Twitter, 50k followers, very, very active. They do some giveaways there. You can see a lot of my friends follow them as well. And then obviously the Telegram, which is where I'm primarily active, 25,000 people, of which 5,000 online. It is quite active. Telegram is a little bit more repetitive, the questions that are being asked, but they are extremely active in terms of moderation and admins. On all the questions that are being asked, they answer them. Right? So you got basically the home, you know, the what, who, why, the benefits, the roadmap. Obviously, take a good look at the roadmap. They have done 2 minting sessions so far, so this is very important information. The next minting session happens after the IDO, which is scheduled. They have updated the tokenomics, which I will show you in a second why I invested in this project. But first, let's take a look and analyze the previous projects. So on CoinMarketCap, you can go to categories and then you can go to gaming, where it should show on the left side, gaming right here. So these are primarily all the NFT games. So if you've been in the crypto space, you have seen Axie Infinity obviously do ridiculous stuff. Basically, as soon as Facebook announced the metaverse, all the meta coins went fucking crazy. Mad returns, so anything related to the metaverse, anything related to well, Sandbox and obviously Decentraland have taken a huge run. I follow Alex Becker, these type of guys who make content. They have been talking about gaming NFTs, about gaming tokens for like the last 3 months, right? So that's why I started doing research for quite a while. And you can see the last 3 months or the last year going from $4 all the way to 160 now in a little dip. Decentraland, obviously here on the announcement of the metaverse by Facebook, bang, it just went absolutely 3 times, just straight moon, right? Sandbox, basically same story, right? So the pattern is quite clear. Something like Engine, who's basically been around for like a long time, right? If you look at it all the way from 2018, they have been making moves this year, but less significant, definitely. The ones I'm specifically hyped about is something I've been tracking, like Rarity. I got a bag of Ultra myself, which has been doing really well. So I got about, I think, 10,000 tokens of Ultra, and I bought it right here on the dip. So that has been performing really well, which I'm happy about. Rarity has been in a little dip this week, but has done tremendously. And all these gaming tokens basically follow the same pattern. If you look at something like Illuvium, obviously you're talking about one of the biggest gainers, right? But look at this, going basically from $75 all the way to 1,200. Absolutely mad. Star Atlas is doing great. Vulcan has been doing really well, especially since Alex Becker obviously announced his investment. But overall, the amount of games they have, the whole studio, I think it's quite interesting. It requires a lot of research to follow all these projects, of course, but you can see the pattern. Basically, as of the last 2.5 weeks, that bull run in gaming has significantly, rapidly progressed, right? And that's basically the pattern. So 2, which I really follow closely, is like D-Race, something like I got Superfarm as well, but that's not on the gaming space. I've invested into Nineko, which was not too long ago. I have done, what was it called? Dragon Card, Cryo Wars, all the basically big IDO projects in the gaming space I have participated in, and obviously seen like 20, 50, 200 times returns. Absolutely mad. So with SolChicks, they still have a special pre-sale which closes basically, the IDO happens on the 26th and the whitelisters can buy on the 25th, right? So you have a regular whitelist, which basically you can apply for and you would get a higher hard cap, basically $500 allocation. There's no limit anymore, so they have updated the whitelist. The limits have been removed, but there is a TGE, right? So I actually got into SolChicks because I am a staker of, well, I'm a holder more so, of the launchpad on True PNL, and they announced like a lottery and PNLG pool. So there's only $200,000 allocations, which I will take probably 500 for, because I have a lot of, I don't have my wallet connected right now, but I have a lot of points. on this platform. So I allocate my points and I get allocation. So I will take this. And this one has basically a 25% vesting as well. See, 25, and then it goes all the way until February. So 25, December 25, January 25, in 4 steps. So I got notice of this project because of True PNL. And I read about it, I went through the pitch deck, I went through the white paper, and it all just looked really good. Quite professional, compact. I did have a lot of questions because the white paper is not as extensive, but I did have the opportunity to ask those questions, and obviously I got good answers, so I was very happy with that. Yeah, they have some examples of other projects like Illuvium that I just showed, Sandbox, Decentraland, XC Infinity, how big the returns were from basically the IDO listing at the start. So they have some good potential here. There's not that much hype. I will keep this one open just to explain later how the NFTs work. But yeah, so I'm participating in this one, which is an IDO, but obviously I want more allocation. My problem lately has been in all the IDOs, I make $1,000, $2,000 per IDO, which is amazing, but I feel like I can get more. I need to take more risk. So I've been looking at NFT projects like Neo Tokyo, obviously Bored Ape Yacht Club, but I feel like that's a little bit too far. 60, 75K investment on my 125K profit, that's a little bit too big. Now I found this opportunity, so they have a priority whitelist as well. You need to, I don't think the Telegram invites work anymore. You need to hold the NFTs. So one SolChicks NFT would give you $2,000 in allocation, which means on the launch you get $500, right? Which if the project goes times 10, you get 2,000 investment, $5,000 back, and you still have opportunity to go. That's my opinion, my insight. Right, so that looks interesting. Then you got like VIP, hold 5 SolChicks, 10,000 allocation, and then the diamond tier, hold 10 SolChicks. So let me see, I don't have it open right now, but there's also some additional benefits there, which is like, if you hold the diamond tier, you get like a 10% discount. If you hold the VIP tier, you get a 5, oh, it says it right here, sorry, my bad. 10% discount on the IDO price, 5% discount. So I have one of my wallets connected to the diamond tier where I'm holding 10 NFTs. So I get 20,000 allocation. And I have another wallet that I have on the VIP whitelist, which I'm holding 5 SolChicks, which I have a $10,000 allocation. So total, I have a $30,000 allocation, which I will commit next week. And I have 15 NFTs. Together, a total investment of about $46,000. If everything goes well, as I hope and expect, obviously there's always risk. Only invest what you are willing, afford, and can lose, right? I cannot stress this enough. I'm taking a lot of risk. I've never taken this much risk on a project, but I've spoken with the team, I've spoken with the founder, everything looks good, and I'm looking for about $500,000 return. So a 10x is what I'm going for. According to all my research, we can do an easy 25-40x, but I don't want to hype myself up too bad. So if this project goes for a 2x, I'm already happy because I've made such a significant investment, right? What is actually, so I got the diamond tier and I got the VIP tier, right? Those are the two ones that I have. In order to get allocation and whitelisted for this, I needed 15 SolChicks NFTs. So that's what I'm going to show you now. This is one of my wallets. I have the 5 NFTs right here. So if you go to Magic Eden, which is the Solana OpenSea basically for the Solana blockchain, you also need like a Phantom wallet for Solana. Right now, so I bought mine, not all of them, but most of them, at a $3, 3 Solana, which is basically, if we go to the Solana price right now, it's $225 times 3. So it's about $675 a pop, right? And that is for a common. Now there are like 3 variations as well. So if we go back to the PowerPoint, you got the comments. So there are 10,000 total. There are 3 runs. The first run has already happened. The second run has already happened. And the third minting will happen after the IDO. It will be announced and you can mint again for a third run. Obviously, I'm going to participate in this. Right now, you cannot mint. You can only buy on secondary marketplaces. So less than 0.1% chance for a legendary, 2% chance for an epic, 15% chance for a rare, 40% for uncommon, and 60% for a common. Doesn't matter which type you hold, everything is eligible, right? Very important. Doesn't matter which token, which NFT you specifically hold. So these are the common ones right now: 4 Solana, 4.5 Solana, right? So the price goes up quite rapidly. Can you imagine if somebody wants to participate on Diamond tier right now, they need to buy the first 10, which is already at 5 Solana. So they're probably going to spend 45 Solana, which at this point, well, let's do the calculation. So they're going to spend 45 Solana, let's say 4.5 a pop, yeah? Because this one is 4, oh, well, a little bit more, probably 48 Solana for 10, right? 48 times 225 is about $10,800, which is still a lot of money. I spent about 9,000, 8,000 on mine. But what happens is the NFTs that I hold, obviously the bid floor goes up, right? So they are worth more at the same time. So you're not only gaining on the IDO price, you're also potentially gaining on holding the NFTs. Especially if you have 15 of them, that's quite a lot, you know? So these are 4, but if you're interested at all, if you go to Solana Art, they are quite a bit cheaper there. So if you go to SolChicks, they are 3.94 here, so not a lot cheaper, but I mean still you can snag up a couple for cheap, and there are a lot of them for 4 here. Well, there's not that many here, you know, the bid floor goes up quite quickly all the way to 5. You can see the rarity and stuff as well. If you're into NFTs and want to analyze that, be my guest. I bought 15 total. 5 of which I purchased were not going through an actual purchase because they were already sold to somebody else. So things move quite quick. If you look at the price history, there are quite some jumps, right? So they were like $5 Solana 50 here, then it went down, then it went up, then it went down. But lately, as of this week, when they announced that new spots are opening up, so it's 1.6 Solana each, and this was the day I think they announced that the tiers are opened back up for the IDO, the announcement, and obviously it's rising quick, right? So yesterday there were 118 sold, 92, 65, but here there was also some decent pricing, just low volume, right? Which is also important. So when you look at the volume, 13, 21, 20, here there are 42, but the price was low, right? Now the price is high and the volume is still high, which makes it quite an interesting development so far. I'm not experienced in NFTs, so don't ask me anything specific about these NFTs. I've done a lot of research, or at least I tried to do to my best of my capabilities, and I found that the trend that is currently happening looks good on both platforms, right? You can also see there's a lot of them being purchased. You can see 25 minutes ago, 26 minutes ago, 27 minutes ago. That's probably somebody who wants to get access to that specific diamond tier, probably buying that many, right? You can buy one for the priority. You get a 2,000 allocation, which is already a lot of money for most people. 5 for 10,000, 10 for 20,000, and the additional bonus is you get some higher discount, right? This is guaranteed allocation, 5% discount, 10% discount. All in all, when you look at which NFTs to buy, it doesn't really matter. Personally, I bought 5 commons, 9 uncommons, and 1 rare. I just bought the 1 rare, which was like 8 Solana. I just bought it for the fuck of it, right? For the sake of it. I just wanted to have 1 rare in case this project does do like 100x, that rare will be worth some money. So I was like, if I'm going to commit, let me not be cheap and put down another $1,500 for a rare NFT, right? So I got 1 rare, 9 uncommons, and then, or 10 uncommons. Is that right? No, 9 uncommons. No, hang on. 10 uncommons, 4 commons, 1 rare. That's what I have. 15 total across 2 wallets. Yeah. Well, the tokenomics are quite interesting because what happens, which I think is very important on the actual launch. So hang on, before I do this, I don't want to get too excited and skip some things. So if you're buying right now, the bid floor is about floor price almost 4 Solana, right? There are not that many in circulation, which basically drives up the price, right? If you look at how many, so there's only 61 listed here, and there's 447 listed here. But if you look at the highest ones, which are like the legendaries, right? 76 Solana, 75, 375, 375. And these got one sold for like 50 Solana, but that was like probably, so this is even like a rare, it's not even like a fucking legendary one. I think these ones are legendary, yeah. It's 150 Solana, fucking expensive. But it once got sold for like 39 Solana, 20 Solana, you know, it's mythical, right? And obviously for the long-term play, these could be very interesting. If you want to just participate in the IDO, obviously, in my opinion, the best way to do that is just to go for the cheap ones. However, there are a lot of expensive ones already. You know, this one is just 15 Solana. People can list it for whatever, but the thing I'm seeing is that the bid floor is being pushed up, so there's high demand for these things. So if you're looking to get into this project, you might want to do it ASAP and not wait until next week, where the bid floor might be 8 Solana or 10 Solana, who knows, 20 Solana, which is obviously not recommendable, especially now Solana is in a dip, right, as of the correction of this morning. You know, it's not a lot, it's maybe down 10%, you know, 6.8%. But that's like a good buying opportunity, because then I took mine out of stable coins, so I basically got like 1 or 2 NFTs free by buying at the right moment, which is sometimes also just luck, right? Sometimes just luck. In general, when you look at, what was I going over? The tokenomics, yeah? Here, tokenomics. The private round, the TGE unlock is only 5%. So these guys are going to dump, right? Most likely. Then they have a 6-month cliff and then 15 months of linear vesting. So these guys are basically, they need to take their money off that initial 5%. They got in very cheap, right? The IDO price is 5 cents. So if you get a 10% discount, that will be 4.5 cents per token. The private sale gets a 10% unlock on TGE, then a 3-month cliff. So you don't have to worry about these guys. The public pre-sale gets 100% TGE. However, that 100% TGE, I think, has been adjusted to 25%. So it's 25% for 4 months. So no longer will there be 100% TGE, because they don't want to get that dump, right? They want the price to stabilize, which I think is very, very smart to do. Then you got the reward system, 2.5%. You got all this information. They actually sent me a screenshot that I cannot share right now with you, but it's something that I required in order to invest. And it's basically, I can open it right here. It's like an updated schedule of the pricing and everything. So I'm allowed to share it, fortunately. The total supply will be 10 million. The market cap on launch will be about, what was it again? A lot. US million, 150, 400, 800. So it will already be high in the I think something like, well, I cannot even count it in total. 900 million, 1.2 billion, 1.5 billion, 1.6 billion, something like this. Most of the rounds are already closed. Most of the vesting is still as this, except this one, the public pre-sale, is 25% TGE, 90-day linear vesting. So 25, 25, 25, 25. And the price will be, so the amount of investment on the public sale will be 4 million at 5 cents a token. So I see this going like 25, 50 cents easily. I'm going obviously to record a video in the future how all this went down. If it was an absolute disaster, which it could be, because investments carries risk, right? I'm willing to take that risk. I want to make at least one big move this year. I feel like I've done enough research. I think this project is it for me. I'm super excited. Everything looks great. I'm super happy that they decided to release a beta version of the actual game before the IDO happens, so people can experience it. It looks amazing. It works, which is also important. I see coins like, I participated in the Meme Wars IDO. That project did times 150 for me, times 150, and they don't even have a game, right? The game is not live. It's just all hype, right? Which is insane to me. So a project which has like a full transparent team, huge backers, right? JP Morgan, McKinsey, the team is like fully operational, fully doxed, everything just clicks. It just made me realize that this is an opportunity for myself, I do not want to pass on. So yeah, I've made the investment into the NFTs. The 25th of November, I'm going to make the investment into the actual coins, which will be very interesting. If you click on demo, I think it's going to load. Yeah, you need to do some access to get access to the demo, like follow on Telegram, that kind of stuff. You can even watch these videos and get a feeling for what you're working with. But I think this website is already saying enough, the quality of everything. Have a look in these Telegram channels if you're interested. But this is basically what I'm going to do, what I've done so far. I'm going to keep you guys updated. So if Solana is going to skyrocket, or if the project, the bid floor goes up, obviously I want to keep you guys up to date on my journey with SolChicks. I'm going to share this with everybody. If you like this, if you're excited, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, join my Telegram group in the description down below. We can have a conversation, but I'm super hyped. There is about $40,000, $46,000, yeah, 45, 46-ish going to be invested into this project, which is for me a lot of money. It's a serious gamble. But I feel like it's not as much gambling if you've done enough research, right? It can go either way. I'm very much aware of that. I'm a very down-to-earth person, but I feel like this is my 10x opportunity for $500,000 this year. I hope you think so too. Let me know if I made a huge mistake in the comments down below, and of course why you think that, or if you're pumped and you want to see us succeed. If you decide to hop on, get one NFT or more, feel free to contact me on Telegram, have a conversation about it, which one you got, which ones I have, because I love this stuff, right? I love talking about the NFTs, I love talking about the IDOs, and especially a project that I'm highly committed for. Overall, all I can think about lately, right? So I appreciate you watching. I will see you guys in the next video, where I hopefully have an amazing update. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.